Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about growing some inches to your hair. Um, for whatever reason, my public speaking voice is very country. I don't know why. Anyways, we have quite the agenda to get through today, so let's not waste another second. Okay, so we're going to be talking about growth, damage, and breakage today. So, first things first is I just want to start off by saying that growing your hair is on like a seesaw, like a teeter-totter with breakage. So, starting off with just growth. Your hair only grows, on average, 0.5 inches every month. Some people are lucky that they get a lot more than that, but on average it's 0.5. So that sounds like a little bit, and it kind of is. But, in 6 months, that's 3 inches. In a year, that's 6 inches. This is like, from here to here is like 3 inches. And then a little past here is 6 inches. That's a lot of hair. If your hair is shoulder length, like, hello. But unfortunately, there's not too many amazing products on the market right now to grow your hair. But whoever comes up with that, you'll make a lot of money. So since there's not too much you can do about growth, let's just move on and let's talk about how you can prevent breakage, because that's something that we can control. So I have 4 tips, how we can prevent breakage. So the first one that I have is to detangle your hair slowly. You hear me? Slowly. And this is going to take, you got to think about how you detangle, self-evaluate. If you're ripping through your hair or going too fast, you hear it. I know you hear it. You hear the stretching, go slow. And this was one of my biggest mistakes, because I would literally be in the shower just ripping through my hair, and there would be clumps of hair. I would be pulling clumps of hair out of my hands and leaving them in the shower, and I was just so chill about it. And when you're brushing your hair, you should not be losing massive chunks of hair. If that's happening to you, because it was happening to me, those 6 inches we talked about, you're going to be working with 2, okay? So no. So when it comes to detangling your hair, start from the bottom and work your way up, and just take your time. And I know a lot of us think that we're starting from the bottom, but you really need to start from the bottom. I think it's easy to start here or here, which in theory is near the bottom. But I'm telling you, start from the bottom and work your way up. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is something that I was a repeat offender with, buns. Those high buns, oh my God, that's my favorite hairstyle ever. Oh my God, so bad for your hair. So first of all, any tight hairstyle is bad, because you're yanking at your hair strands, you're yanking at your scalp, and quite frankly, your hair nor your scalp likes it. But with buns in particular, so obviously most of the split ends are near the bottom. So when you're wrapping your hair up in a bun, you end up tying your hair, the hair tie ends up going right where all that damage is. We do not want to put hair ties and pressure and bobby pins or whatever towards the bottom of our hair, where all of your oldest hair is at the bottom, where all your oldest hair is, where all your damage is. You don't want to do it. So to prevent that, I'm not saying don't ever do buns, but don't do it all the time. Be mindful. And it's not just buns. It's other hairstyles, like I was saying, where you're in any capacity, holding down the oldest parts of your hair and the dead ends. especially when you take out, for me, when I used to take out my buns, my hair ties would be like legit wrapped around in hair. So do protective styles. Braids, when you are doing protective styles, if you're gonna do it so daggone tight, it's not that protective. So if you're gonna do a hairstyle, make it loose. And same thing with a bun. If you want to do buns sometimes, make it loose. All right, number 3, trims. Trims. Back in the day, I would never get trims just because I was like, I want my hair to grow. I don't want to cut off anything. And if that's you, have at it, because your hair is just going to break off. Those split ends, they are just going to travel up. We hear it all the time, but they're just going to travel up. It sucks because it feels like you're losing those inches that you're growing, but I promise you, like, it'll be worth it. You have to do it. And obviously we're in quarantine now, so if you can't go to a hairdresser, that's fine. We got scissors. You got scissors in your house. Okay, so trim your hair. And then the 4th one kind of goes along with everything else. No excessive brushing or manipulation of your hair. Like, you shouldn't be twirling your hair. You shouldn't be like constantly combing through it. Invest in a wide tooth comb. Those are my 4 tips to stop breakage. I can assure you that if you take these things serious, you're going to see like a significant change in your hair. And if you have to cut off, 3 inches just to start fresh and do things right, that's fine. But like, I think it's easy for people to get into the cycle where you're constantly doing the big chop over and over and over and over. And if that's you, you're not really doing all the best things to do to make sure your hair is growing. Like, you shouldn't have to keep doing the big chop. What we're about to talk about next is damage. So damage to your hair is what's going to lead to breakage. So they kind of go hand in hand, but if we can prevent damage from happening, which, like, you can never prevent it 100%, right? But there are some stuff that you can do. So to prevent damage, use a microfiber towel. It's like just so much better on your hair, and you'll have less damage. So when you're using like the same body towel, the ends of your hair get like kind of jammed up into your towel. And I put links of some really good ones in my previous video. The second one, to prevent damage and just to re-nourish your hair, deep condition it. It's a pain, but do it. Deep conditioning is not going to be the make or break between you growing your hair or not. It's just going to help you have healthy curls that are going to be less damaged. Do it once a week. I know, once a week. And that was what my last video was on, was my deep conditioning routine. The third thing to prevent damage, we all know this. No heat. Don't do it. Like, you don't need to flat iron your hair all the time. You don't need to blow dry your hair all the time. You can flat iron your hair sometimes. You can blow dry your hair sometimes. Like, it's fine. Just be mindful of it. Don't do it all the time, Less heat is the best type of heat. And then finally, kind of going along the same lines of the microfiber towel, is use a silk pillowcase. It's not going to make or break your hair journey, but it's going to help you. So if you can do things that are cheap, that are going to help, why not? I can put a link down in the description. It doesn't have to be silk. It can be satin. It can be, just like fake satin, fake silk, whatever, like that feel. Definitely recommend using it. Okay. Now I want to take some time to just talk about, I'm going to call it the category, like is what I'm going to call it. I'm not going to say it's a crock up, but so starting with hair vitamins, those little gummy blue bears, or Hairfinity. Hello, I did Hairfinity all throughout high school. Did my hair grow? No. So let me just say one thing. I'm not a doctor yet. I have 1 more year, but based on what I've learned in med school, your body is going to pee out whatever extra vitamins and minerals and crap that you give it. As long as you're eating a well-balanced diet, you don't need extra vitamins. More is not better. Take a regular multivitamin or eat, a balanced diet. And that kind of goes in with the other thing of like, people think eating fish oils and avocados and like all this stuff is going to like make their hair grow. It's good for you. It's good for your body. Don't get me wrong. Eat fish, eat avocados, your fruits, vegetables, do it. But don't do it solely for the reason of like, I'm going to eat all of this fish oil and my hair is going to be like Rapunzel. Like, it's not. It goes back to the hair vitamin thing that if you just eat a balanced diet, that's all you need. That's it. But I will say, if you are not getting a balanced diet and you feel like you are, in fact, missing out on those vitamins and minerals and, all that good stuff, then go ahead and like take it. All right, next. Peppermint oils and other oils in your hair. Your hair naturally, your scalp, your hair naturally is going to make its own oils. And kind of once again with this, like if you're eating the right stuff and you're treating your hair well, you don't need to put a whole bunch of extra stuff in it. If you're deep conditioning once a week like you're supposed to, most deep conditioning, they have all these amazing oils and all these amazing stuff in it already. So to take that extra time to like put a whole bunch of oils and, extra stuff in your hair, it's just not worth it in my personal opinion. It's just very like there are a lot of other things that would be a better use of your time. And then finally, but I do it. So even though I'm saying like it's I still do some of these things, and that is a scalp massage. You hear about like you should massage your head and it's going to bring a whole bunch of blood flow and your hair is going to grow. I've definitely watched YouTube videos where, every single day at night for like a month, this girl would flip her hair over and massage her hair for 5 minutes before bed. And she was like, it doesn't work. Like if you're already deep conditioning your hair or in the shower, like you're already doing it. So like go for it. Anyways, those are my tips. I listed 4 anti-breakage strategies, 4 prevention of damage strategies, and then I gave you 4 that you possibly might not want to waste too much time on. So I hope that this helps some of you guys out. And yeah, we'll see you later.